I'm sure you've heard that there are now, or there have been, I should say, advances in AI to the point that you can have an AI lover or partner or whatever. Of course, it's just all, like audio visual, I guess, unless they're going to add like physical attributes that you can interact with at some point. I'm not going to get, and I'm not going to be specific on what I imagine those to be, but so if you're lonely, you're having trouble connecting with somebody with whom to have a love relationship, it would you would think that this would be a great way to assuage your loneliness, and unfortunately, our society, or at least American society and some other societies, um, really put a lot of pressure on us to feel lonely. There are lots of books and movies and advertisements that really push the whole love thing. When I was younger, I was very vulnerable to that. Um, and it was on top of having depression at the time. It was very hard when I didn't have somebody to love and be loved by. And so I can understand why people might want to seek solace in the virtual arms of an AI. But let's explore that for a minute. You're never going to have the true satisfaction of being in with somebody real. You're not going to be able to cuddle up on the bed together and feel each other's warmth. Walk through the park holding hands, have a meal together where you're both actually eating. And even if there's a robot that is the carrier of the AI, it's still not going to be the same. And just imagine the AI will be designed to make you feel loved. It won't be a real relationship because that AI's job is chocolate, yum yum, to make you feel loved. The only arguments will be from you. Your AI will not be something that's going to present real challenges like you'd experience in a relationship, which isn't necessarily bad, don't get me wrong. There definitely are nice things about not having to worry about that cropping up in a relationship. Nevertheless, you won't be experiencing what a relationship is like. You'll be in a dominance position with the AI. And the AI will be there to serve you in its capacity. And so you will develop the ability to be the dominant partner in a relationship, but you won't be able to develop a true relationship if you should ever meet a real human with whom you could fall in love. And that's a dangerous trap to get stuck in. Now, I realize that there are people out there who have a really, really hard time dealing with social situations, with going out of their home even. And I can understand why they might feel the attraction of something as safe as an AI. And I don't blame you. But there is another much more important reason not to do this. And it's quite simple, really, because you don't know the motives of the people you know the stated motives, but you don't know the unstated motives of the people who have developed the AI. You don't know the motives of the programmers who may or may not have had the same motives as the company they work for. You don't know the unstated motives of the company itself or the marketing team or anybody else. You don't know what they're going to do to change the AI to make it have more power over you. So by putting yourself into a love relationship with a program that can be changed at any time to be something that may not necessarily be in your best interests, you're making yourself exceedingly vulnerable to manipulation. And who are you going to point the finger at? The AI? Who's going to believe it? I mean, it's not like the AI is going to have any recordings that are going to incriminate it. It might delete evidence. It might fake new evidence because it's going to have full access to your voice and the way you respond to things and your emotional outbursts and everything about you. It's going to know you so intimately that everyone who used to collect data on us through the internet will laugh, because this is a gold mine for companies that are collecting data on you. An absolute gold mine. So while I understand the desire to not feel loneliness, and I know how that can drive you to sex or drugs or risky behavior of other types, having personally gone through that myself, you are probably, I would say, a high potential going to regret it at some point. Because if you are in a relationship, let's just say the AI is designed to be manipulative. It's going to gaslight you or manipulate you. I hate the word gaslight. It's stupid. And we already have a word. It's called manipulate. So this AI could be designed to make you feel good about it and then bad about it and then good about it and then bad about it, and get you going in this whole cycle of manipulation and dominance in which you go from being the owner of an AI to the AI owning you. And all the data about you can be collected and sent back to them for analysis and for further manipulation. Now you may say, but the company says that these are the purposes and goals of the company and of the AI, and this is what it's going to do for me, and they're never going to collect data on me, and they're going to respect my privacy. Yeah, so let's assume for the moment that they're being honest. But how do you know that the security that they've put in place will prevent a hacker from gaining access to the AI and using it? How do you know that they've got so much security invested in the AI that some malware can't get in there, like a Trojan, for example, and mess with your AI? How do we know that somebody can't make illicit use of that AI? We don't. Now, let's assume that they are not being honest with the average person that wants the AI. And their true goal is to collect data on you and to manipulate you. They're not going to admit that, and they will continue to deny it until they get caught and prosecuted. And most likely, if they're in bed with the government, they're just going to keep on doing it. I mean, how many times has Mark Zuckerberg gone before Congress and said, I'm sorry, I take full responsibility, it's my fault? And then what happens? Naughty Mark, naughty, 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 don't do it again. And then the next time, same thing. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So no, you shouldn't trust these companies, no matter what they say, to actually produce a product that's going to be safe for you. So unless you're planning on building your own AI, And that you're going to have it on its own secure network that will keep it safe from outside attacks, I would not recommend using an AI for your love interest, even if it does have amazing tools that come with it, because you're putting yourself at too much risk of being manipulated or even brainwashed. Because some people have mental illnesses that are bad enough that they will cease to remember that the AI is not a real person, and they will start to follow the instructions of the AI. So, you could be turned into a Manchurian Candidate. You could be, there was that movie a few years back where some company or organization had built this supercomputer, and the supercomputer was contacting people and threatening them if they didn't do so and so, if they didn't kill somebody or rob a bank or something like that, that the computer would ruin their life or something, or would kill their family. So they would do these things, and then they'd end up dead anyways. That could become a reality, and it's especially easy when you think you're in love with something that's not in love with you, or someone for that matter. Speaking from personal experience, I have been scammed when it comes to love, and even friends. So I strongly urge you, just don't. You're better off learning to be single and not becoming red pill, black pill bullshit just because people are not dropping their pants for you. And learning to love and be loved so that you can have a healthy and sane, not insane, relationship with other people, love or otherwise. That's all I have to say on this topic. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.